Merci. Thank you, Harv. Cheers, Vanessa. The bouncer thing, very instructive. Thank you. Today, Thursday, 2nd of August 2018, and live till 5. It's the big show. Steve Wright in the afternoon. Hello. Warming up again now.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Now playing everywhere.
I hear that, I want to dance. I do. Shalimar, A Night to Remember. Here on Radio 2 tonight. Gonna make this a night to remember. 2nd of August, eh? Wow. What about the hands up? Hands up for an altercation with a really, really angry wasp. Not good, that, is it, really? I think you'll find the wasp wins. Thank you. Hands up for a day not using your mobile phone. You can't do it, can you? You can't. I know you can't. Give it a try. Hands up for staying home whilst the others are going on holiday. Would that be good?
See you walking around like it's a funeral. Not so serious, girl, why those feet cold? We just getting started, don't you tiptoe, tiptoe. Waste time with the masterpiece, to waste time with the masterpiece. You should be rolling me, you should be rolling me. You're a real life fantasy, you're a real life fantasy. But you're moving so carefully, let's start living dangerously. Talk to me, baby. I'm going up on this sweet, sweet baby. Whoa. Let's lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean. Walk for me, baby. I'll be pretty, you'll be Naomi. Whoa. Let's lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean. Hot damn. See you licking frosting from your own hands. Want another taste? I'm begging, yes, ma'am. I'm tired of all this candy on the dry land, dry land. Oh, waste time with the masterpiece, to waste time with the masterpiece. You should be rolling with me, you should be rolling with me. You're a real life fantasy, you're a real life fantasy. But you're moving so carefully, let's start living dangerously. Talk to me, baby. I'm rolling up on this sweet, sweet baby. Whoa. Let's lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean. Walk for me, baby. Walk for me now. I'll be pretty, you'll be Naomi. Whoa. Let's lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean. Hey, so delicious. Talk to me, God. Talk to me, baby. I'm going up on this sweet, sweet craving. Whoa. Let's lose our minds and go crazy, crazy.
Wherever you are, whatever you're doing,
Keep on hoping.
leave it to us. We're across everything, okay?
Walk for me, baby.
We've got it all.
I'll be
DNC Cake by the Ocean. Email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk for your shout out. Text 88291. Tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Cake by the Ocean.
keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean.
If you want to contact Steve Wright in the afternoon, email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. Text 88291 or tweet at BBC Radio 2.
UK weather like this: light rain across Northern Ireland and southwest Scotland. Elsewhere, very warm with sunny spells and clear skies in the southeast of England. High of 27 today. Warmer than yesterday, we think. That's in Ipswich. Rain and drizzle tonight at the Scottish borders and northeast England. Northwest England, I beg pardon. Cloudy for Northern Ireland, though, but clear spells across central and southern England and Wales. Tomorrow, Friday, starting cloudy and damp in Scotland, but brightening up later. And cloudy across Northern Ireland and Wales. Lights on tonight. Sunset Glasgow, 9:22. Derry, Londonderry, 9:30. In Birmingham, 8:58. And Dover, 8:40. Hello, Richard.
Hello. Jude sends her best, by the way. Just looking through the summer books, actually. And the thing I like about Foyle's War are the hats. And the thing I like about Foyle's the bookshop are the books. It's interesting, that, isn't it? The difference between the two. I think I might tweet that, actually. But this hot weather, it's marvellous, isn't it? My kids absolutely love it. And anyway, Steve, glad we could chat. And back after the break.
Well, just to look at that girl with the lights coming up in her eyes. She's got to be somebody's baby. She must be somebody's
Today, destinations Menorca, clear skies and 32. Madrid, the heat wave is starting to take a major effect at 39. Today into the 40s. Lisbon, the same for much of Portugal, where it's 38 today. Faro is cooler, that's on the south coast, clear and sunny, 31. Sunny Beach, Bulgaria, thunderstorms today, 29. Amalfi Coast, Italy, very warm, 30. Orlando, stormy few days, ahead 32. Brittany, France, very pleasant, 26. Dubrovnik, Croatia, 29. And Cancun, Mexico, it's in the low 30s.
Hello, this is your president.
Yeah.
A dog walks into an employment agency and says, "I'd like to get a job, please." Well, the guy at the employment agency says, "Wow, you could easily get a job at the circus with your talents." The dog says, "What would the circus want with the plumber?"
I hope you don't have a go at me for telling this story. I get a call and it's my mum. She goes, "Oh no, you're never going to believe what's happened." I said, "What?"
New to Radio 2.
She went, "Well, I was in the garden because the weather's nice, and I've gone and sat in the deck chair and I fell straight through it." So my mum is just rolling around the garden in a deck chair.
Ryland Clark Neil.
This is Zoe's show. I'm just standing in, having a nice little Saturday afternoon. So many of you getting in touch. Hi, Ryland. My poor husband has had a bad reputation with folding chairs. He sat on his chair and it promptly folded back up with him inside. But we were all laughing so much, we were unable to help him.
Ryland Clark Neil.
Listen, this deck chair epidemic is like national.
Saturday afternoon from 3.
On BBC Radio 2. My mum is all right, by the way.
Good, thank you.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Hi, it's Jeremy Vine. Do you think I should get a hipster beard and hang out in Shoreditch? Call me. I need flip-flops.
No.
I'm blinded by your grace. I'm blinded by your grace, by your grace. I'm blinded by your grace. I'm blinded by your Lord, I've been broken. Although I'm not worthy, you fix me. I'm blinded by your grace. You came and saved me. Lord, I've been broken. Although I'm not worthy, you fixed me. Now I'm blinded by your grace. You came and saved me. One time for the Lord, and one time for the cause. And one round of applause, one time for Fraser T. Smith on the chords. I think we got one. I stay prayed up, then I get the job done. Yeah, I'm Abigail's youth, but I'm God's son. But I'm up now, look at what God's done. No, real talk, look at what God did. On the main stage, running around topless. I phone flips, then I tell him that we got this. This is God's plan, they can never stop this. Like, wait right there, could you stop my verse? You saved this kid and I'm not your first. It's not by blood and it's not by birth. But oh my God, what a God I serve. Lord, I've been broken. Although I'm not worthy, you fixed me. I'm blinded by your grace. You came and saved me. Lord, I've been broken. Although I'm not worthy, you fixed me. Now I'm blinded by your grace. You came and saved me. I said a prayer this morning. I prayed I would find a way to another day. I was so afraid till you came and saved. You came and saved me. And the rain was pouring 'cause the sun faded away. Now I'm in a better place, no longer afraid. Blinded by your grace, you came and saved me. I said a prayer this morning. I prayed I would find a way to another day. I was so afraid till you came and saved. You came and saved me.
Big show in the afternoon from Radio 2, 221. Stormzy, blinded by your grace. The Bank of England has raised the interest rate for only the second time in a decade. The rate has risen from 0.25% to 0.75%, the highest level since March 2009. A retired couple have won 58 million. They won a lottery jackpot despite the winning ticket being mistakenly ripped in two. Fred and Leslie Higgins from Aberdeenshire matched all the numbers in the Euro Millions draw on the 10th of July. That's fantastic. And the number of voice calls made on mobile phones in the UK fell for the first time in 2017, despite the fact we seem hooked on our devices. I think we still are.
It's Mr. Alan Bennett here. We're having a strawberry trifle whilst listening to the big show on the veranda today. None of your shop-bought nonsense.
Hey, how's it going? William Shakespeare in the house. Now check this one out. Full fathom 5 thy father lies, of his bones are coral made. Those are pearls that were his eyes. Nothing of him that doth fade, but doth suffer a sea change into something rich and strange. I'll call it The Tempest. I'm happy with that. Check me next time. The Bard.
I'm happy with that. Joe and Ricky at 5. That's Joe and Ricky Wilson. Swedish duo First Aid Kit play live in the studio for Joe and guest co-host Ricky Wilson, of course. Bob Harris Country at 8. A Long Walk with Tracy Thorne at 9. Sarah Cox at 10.
Yeah. All right. Ooh. Yeah. Everyone knows all about my direction, and in my heart somewhere I wanna go there. Still I don't go there. Everybody says say something, say something, say something, say something, say something, say something. I don't wanna get caught up in the rhythm of it, but I can't help myself. No, I can't help myself. No, no. Caught up in the middle of it. No, I can't help myself. No, I can't help myself. No. About my transgression, still in my heart somewhere there's melody and harmony for you and me tonight. I hear them call my name. Everybody says say something, say something, say something, say something, say something, say something. Myself, no, I can't help myself.
Chris Stapleton, Say Summon. A shout out to the Daves driving back from York to London after working on the Great Yorkshire Fringe Festival. Shout out to Abby and Alison jiving in the horse box on the way to the Riding Club Championships. That's excellent. What's that you say? Who's on? Got Arthur Williams, former Royal Marine. Now, he is flying across Britain in his latest Channel 4 telly series. There's Megan McKenna, reality TV star and TOWIE star, with her autobiography. It's called Mouthy. And Jeanette Quachi, BBC Sports presenter, previewing the European Championships. Tim Smith, Janie, Bobby, Harvey Cook, Shabnam Yunus-Jewel with the sport. And the oldies chosen by Alex Theophilus in Cardiff. Thank you.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Then we've got emails, texts and tweets, social media, news from the net, the showbiz, the lifestyle and the entertainment news, and the bestest music ever. This is Gary Benson. Great oldie this. Don't throw it all away.
Here we go, breaking up what we have built, leaving out all the things that we have felt. Where was I? Where was I before you came? And from the first time that I saw you, I knew that maybe I do something wrong. How I tried, but the words won't fit the song. Found the door, but I couldn't find the key. And from the first time that I saw you, I thought that you may be. So don't throw it all away. I don't wanna be the one who's gonna have to beg you stay. I don't wanna be the one to change your mind one more time. Please stay. Don't throw it all away. That I just take it out on you. Don't you know that only you can get me through? Found the door. Now I know that you're the key. 'Cause from the first time that I saw you, I thought that you may be. So don't throw it all away. I don't wanna be the one who's gonna have to beg you stay. I don't wanna be the one to change your mind one more time. Please stay. Don't throw it all away. Oh no. Don't throw it all away. I don't wanna be the one who's gonna have to beg you stay. I don't wanna be the one to change your mind one more time. Please stay. Don't throw it all away.
Gary Benson, don't throw it all away.
Don't throw it all away.
This is Paloma Warrior.
Break down, tears fall to the ground. Tell myself they were nothing, can't be found. And you're a fighter, you're a fighter, you're a fighter, fight on, baby. Some days I'm sure I'll lose to fate. Some days I cannot find my faith, but I just fight on, I just fight on, I just fight on, baby, baby. And I am a wounded warrior. Now that the enemy's closing in, I am a wounded warrior, looking for someone to let me in. back into the unknown. If I surrender, if I lay my arms down, am I a fighter? Am I a fighter? 'Cause I've been fighting so long, baby. And I am a wounded warrior. Now that the enemy's closing in, I am a wounded warrior, looking for someone to let me in. I'm begging you, take me in. I'm surrendering back in blue. But if I'm with you, if I'm with you, I live to fight on through. I am a wounded warrior. Now that the enemy's closing in, I am a wounded warrior, looking for someone to let me in. I am a wounded warrior. Now that the enemy's closing in, looking for someone to let me
Oh, Paloma, we love you. You're just so good, so powerful. Can I have a shout out for granddaughter Macy and her boiling hot grandma Chris, making cakes in a hot kitchen? You got it. Steve, can I have a shout out, please? Doing some hedge cutting from Ashley on me tractor in Downham Market, Norfolk. Loving the show. And Steve, big shout out to the Moulton family from Norwich, relaxing by the pool in a very hot Orvieto in Italy.
I'm Jeremy Vine. Hello, great to speak to you. On the programme today, does your best friend smell of a stench combination of urine and seaweed? Is that ammonia? What is it? What is it really? I need to know. Make contact at It's a Gothic Shocker. Play me some EDM, you know Hoper. At Chadwick Boseman meets Justin Bieber on a caravan holiday near clacton-on-sea.org.uk. Plankton! It's definitely not sushi.
Today we are bringing on Janie Lee Grace and Tim Smith. Thank you very much for that polite applause. Here's Janie, what you got?
In a standard pack of playing cards, the Queen holds flowers in her hands.
Oh, bless her. And here's Tim.
It's generally accepted that the first ever band to play an outdoor stadium or arena gig were...
Stones?
Good guess.
No, I would say an American band at the time of Elvis. Somebody like... Chuck Berry.
The Beatles, who played Shea Stadium famously on
Was it the Beatles?
It was the Beatles, August the 15th, 1965. And interestingly, Paul McCartney played the last ever gig to take place at Shea Stadium when it closed down in 2008 alongside Billy Joel.
Oh, wow. Fans of Campy TV will be in mourning come August 19th. This is in America. That's when the last Sharknado, It's About Time, will be broadcast on the Sci-Fi Network in the USA. The 6th installment will be the last one. And Sharknado, by the way, is a kind of campy sharks that fly and kill people, but it's kind of cartoonish, really.
I've not seen it. Don't they have things like Shark versus Robot and things like that?
Yeah.
How does that work exactly?
I don't know. It's live action, but it's just so outrageous and silly, you can't really take it serious. Sharknado.
I'll look out for it. Thanks for warning us.
Yeah.
On a slightly different note, did you see that picture in the press the other day of that fish? It was a cross between a whale and a dolphin, and it's actually called a wolfin.
Oh, that's great.
It was so pretty.
No, I didn't see that. It's called a wolfin.
Yeah.
What you got?
You know that EastEnders, Walford, funnily enough?
Yeah.
It's a mix of Walthamstow and Stratford.
I did know that.
Within the first hour of birth, a baby is able to recognise its mother's smell.
And back to you, Janie.
The average person consumes over a tonne of food and drink every year.
It is a given that women worry about what to wear before a date. They may find some comfort in the fact that men are going crazy about their wardrobe now, or ours. A survey finds that 76% of men stress about what they'll wear before a date.
Factoids.
The Big Show. Big Show. The Big Show with Steve.
BBC Radio
2. Takes so much to be marveled in this day and age. Every road has been followed, every mistake's been made. 'Cause I never heard a song sung quite like Elvis. Not much beats the sound of the pouring rain. And there's something in your kiss leaves me so helpless. You leave me breathless. You leave me breathless. So there's this voice inside, terrified, plagued with pride, resonating, sounding like my own. Then piece by piece, so suddenly, no subtleties, your beauty, it can bring me to my knees. 'Cause I never heard a song sung quite like Elvis. Now much beats the sound of the pouring rain. And there's something in your kiss leaves me so helpless. You leave me breathless. You leave me breathless.
All right, let's take a look at some news of the day and some stories and some lifestyle. A government crackdown in Zimbabwe after Monday's elections has prompted international calls for restraint in that country. Britain's 2.9 million vapers could be taxed as Treasury bean counters, said a report earlier, try to find ways of funding the extra £20 billion pledge to the NHS. Do you vape at all?
No, I don't vape. No, my wife vapes. We both gave up smoking about 5 or 6 years ago. She still vapes.
Yeah, I very, very occasionally vape. I've got a vape cigar.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And very occasionally, though, but I don't really like it, to be honest.
I don't like it either. No, I don't use it
I
at
hate
all.
the smell of them.
Do you?
Yeah, very weird. It's just like a weird chemical smell. It's awful.
Well, they all smell different because they're different things.
Yeah, I guess. But why would you want to do that?
Yeah.
Different chemicals.
Well, I know. Some people do. What are the top 5 scariest movies of all time, according to the Mirror today? What do you think?
Oh, well, Jaws must be in
Yeah,
there. That's
Jurassic
very
Park.
I don't know about
For
that.
its time, though, don't you think?
I mean, how far are we going back? We're going back to Dracula, Frankenstein, stuff like that?
Amityville Horror.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is scary.
Steady. American Werewolf in London, 1981. That's number 5.
That's not scary.
No, that's not
funny.
scary.
Oh, I know, but it is kind of cartoony, isn't it?
All right.
Dracula is at number 4. Psycho is at number 3. That's Psycho from 1960. I'll do a clue for you next one. Here's Johnny.
Oh, Jack Nicholson. Well, what's it called?
The Shining.
The Shining, of course.
And the number 1 is, what do you think?
Oh, I don't know. The Exorcist
is correct.
Of course, yeah.
At what age do people move away from downing tequila shots and pick up a glass of wine? A new survey of 2,000 wine drinkers has found that the average age at which people experience their wine awakening, normally their first wine, is actually in their late 20s. But I would dispute this because we did a little survey earlier on, and a lot of people have their first tipple of wine, not that we're approving or disapproving of this, in their 20s, early 20s.
Yeah, I probably had my first glass of wine in my late teens, early 20s, but I didn't get into drinking wine probably till my 30s, so that survey is right as far as I'm concerned.
But I would say also, when we were younger, you'd often start off with things like cider because it was cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Or the little Matthias Rosé, what about that?
Well, yeah, that's your rosé wine, isn't it? But I remember a lot of my friends when I was a teenager, they would I never liked cider, thankfully, but they all drank cider, and it's interesting how it's come back.
Yeah.
It's really popular again.
We didn't really have wine with meals when I was growing up.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
it wasn't that popular, was it, when we were kids? But I did get into wine later in life. But as a kid, I mean, occasionally the bottle of Blue Nun, and that was it.
Some people say, according to the winery survey here, drinking wine at home can be an effective and economical way to loosen up after a long day. But the rest say, 64% say, well, you know, what do you want to do that for? We don't want it, we don't like it, shouldn't drink all the
Each to
time.
their own. I found a fantastic bottle of Bordeaux Superior on holiday recently, €2.15. It was fantastic.
Well, that'd be great for you because you're stingy. Today is the 50th anniversary of the McDonald's Big Mac. Ant-Man and the Wasp out in cinemas. You can hear our interview with Michael Douglas, by the way, the star of said movie from Monday's show, on the BBC iPlayer radio app. The East Side Arts Festival, Belfast. The European Championships 2018 start today in Glasgow. BBC Countryfile Live has started at Blenheim Palace. The Sydney International Boat Show is on. And in tonight's Europa League second qualifying round second leg match, Burnley play Aberdeen. It's Ladies' Day at Goodwood. And let's have a look at the birthdays. Eddie Munster, he's 65. Now, Eddie Munster, he was the kid in it, wasn't he?
That's the character. It's the actor whose birthday, isn't it?
Yeah, Butch Patrick.
Butch Patrick, it was, yes. I remember that from the opening credits.
His first name is Butch.
I loved that as a kid. It kind of haunted me as a kid.
And how did the theme go?
Oh, I get it muddled up with the Addams Family.
No, don't think so. Dun, 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 dun.
No, that's the Addams Family, isn't it?
No, Addams Family is the Daisy and the Cookie.
Yeah, you're right.
I always preferred the Munsters, though.
I did as well.
You remember when you remember Spot? They used to like go over to like a hatch.
No.
And then they had this kind of dragon-style pet. Whatever.
Spot was the dog.
No, it wasn't a dog. It was their pet, but it was like a kind of. I forget exactly what it was.
You're not talking about Thing.
No, this was on the Munsters.
That was on the Addams Family.
He used to go and lift up a hatch, and it breathed fire, whatever it was. It was fabulous.
Yeah, because he used to lift it up, didn't they? But the guy that played Herman Munster, who was that? That was Fred somebody.
Oh, Fred Gwynn.
Fred Gwynn, yeah. And I remember he was in like Wall Street or something years later. I thought, that's Herman Munster.
That's right. He played a judge, I remember.
Yes, that's right, he did, yes.
You know, when I came to Radio 2, and no doubt when you came to Radio 2, you thought, well, we're going to be a bit more sensible now.
No chance.
No chance. Arthur Williams with us later, a former Royal Marine who's flying across Britain in his latest Channel 4 series. I got Megan McKenna, reality TV star, and Janet Quachi, BBC sports presenter, talking about the European Championships.
On a sweepstake 65, loaded with the cheapskates, barely alive. I said, come undone. Rolling out with Jimmy, you can see the cracks. Taps me on the shoulder, had a heart attack. I said, come undone. And when you push me, you push me too far. I sit and then I cry up on the strings on my guitar. And everybody tells me that it's sha-la-la-la-la. Oh yeah. Stop me on the avenue, cuffs on my wrist. Told me I was driving like a ballroom blitz. I said I'm so high and strong. Every time you leave me, it comes to this. Mixing with the medicine, mad scientist. I said I'm so high and strong. And when you push me, you push me too far. I sit and then I cry upon the strings of my guitar. And everybody tells me that it's sha-la-la-la-la. Oh yeah. Miss you kiss, I said I'm so high and strong. Why does it always have to come to this late night?
Channeling Mark Bolan, there's Miles Kane and Cry on my guitar.
I'm so high and strong.
Sarah Cox tonight at 10. Sarah's joined by author Matt Cain and resident critic Alex Hemmensley. Has the latest book recommendations. O.J. Borge. That's at midnight with Midnight Mastermind and Wish You Were There. Plus 2 songs by Michael Bublé go head to head in the Battle of. And now here's the Bobster.
Steve, thank you. First of all, Northern Ireland, the A26, the Moira Road at Glenavi. We've got it closed completely, accident between Main Street and the A52. The A617 at Chesterfield. Now, there's an overturned lorry still on the Hornsbridge roundabout. So, on the western side of the roundabout, it is now partially blocked. It was completely closed. It's all open on that side towards the B&Q entrance. There's just one lane closed on that western side now, causing delays on the A61 though still, but you can get through. The M1 northbound 28 Alfreton to 29 Chesterfield, we've got a breakdown. M1 southbound 25 for Nottingham in the roadworks. I think following an earlier breakdown there, we've got some very heavy traffic. M62 eastbound between 22 to 23 up towards Huddersfield. Well, now I was going to report that there are 2 lanes closed there because of an overturned vehicle and an accident that's happened there up Windy Hill towards Little House on the Prairie, but I've just had a couple of calls and thank you for those. So if you're heading up there, just be aware that traffic's at a standstill, says Big Graham and Skit. So at the moment I'm waiting for an update, but it does look like stationary traffic. I've just had a look. It is not going anywhere for the moment between 22 and 23 eastbound. M6, if you've got 2 lanes closed, still 19 to 18 at Holmes Chapel. Now the earlier accident's still being recovered. They opened another lane, but they've closed it again for safety for recovery. So that's having a huge impact on the A556. The M6 northbound 18 to 19 breakdowns gone, but the queues remained. M6 southbound and northbound between 10A and 10. So Wolverhampton up towards the M54. There's 2 separate breakdowns. One northbound, one southbound is still slow. M25 is slow 9 to 16 to the M40 anti-clockwise. Slow from the M40 to Chertsey, but also the big queue into the Dartford Tunnel. It is back to 4 at Orpington. M20 eastbound, coastbound 3 to 4 at Snodland. We've got an accident that's blocked a lane there. And the accident on the M5 northbound 22 to 21 at Weston-super-Mare. Still 1 lane shut, still queuing up through there. And finally, Eurotunnel heading for the passenger service at Folkestone, 30-minute delays. Back with another one, 40 minutes.
Thank you.
Does he love me? I want to know. How can I tell if he loves me so? Is it in his eyes? Oh no, you'll be deceived. Is it in his eyes? Oh no, you'll make believe if you want to know. If he loves you so, it's in his kiss. That's where it is. Oh yeah, or is it in his face? Oh no, it's just as strong. In his morning embrace. Oh no, that's just his arms. If you wanna know, if he loves you so, it's in his kiss. That's where it is. Oh, it's in his kiss. That's where it is. Oh, him, squeeze him tight, find out what you wanna know. If it's love, if it really is, it's there in his kiss. How about the way he acts? Oh no, that's not the way, and you're not listening to all I say. And if you wanna know if he loves you so, it's in his kiss. That's where it is. Oh, yes, in his kiss. That's where it is. Oh, hug him and squeeze him tight. Find out what you wanna know. If it's love, if it really is, it's there in his kiss. How about the way he acts? Oh no, that's not the way, and you're not listening to all I say. And if you wanna know if he loves you so, it's in his kiss. That's where it is. Oh, it's in his kiss. That's where it is. Oh yeah, it's in his kiss.
Me, Janie and Tim back for another Talky Bit here. Downing up to 6 pints of beer or glasses of wine a week protects against dementia. Studies saying today, scientists found that those who are teetotal in midlife were 47% more likely to develop the condition. Google is developing a version of its search engine that will conform to China's censorship laws. A report saying today the company shut down the engine in 2010, complaining that free speech was being limited. So now they're back on it. Do patients with low cholesterol need statins too? In an article earlier on in the Mail, I think. Phone and internet use number of mobile calls drops for the first time. United Utilities calls off summer hosepipe ban in England. And 1 in 3 bank on property to pay for their retirement. Story today. Can I just mention, if you're going to be on holiday in Europe over the next 4 days, we got a major warning, which I mentioned yesterday first, being issued by Spain's Weather Office, with astronomically high temperatures expected for Spain, Portugal and France. This is very important if you're going to these regions on holiday in the next few days. Now, 8 provinces in the southern Andalusian region of Spain and around Madrid are under an extreme risk due to the heatwave, Spain's meteorological agency is saying. Now, the temperature is currently 44 in Spain right now. Spain and Portugal both got 44, 45, something like that. Now, that is rising to 48 Celsius by the weekend.
Wow.
48 Celsius.
Seriously hot.
Now, that is dangerously hot. And that converts, you know what that converts to?
No idea.
118 Fahrenheit. 118 Fahrenheit. And I think that could be, if it isn't the hottest temperature ever in Central Europe, it might be the second or third. But it is very, very high indeed. Authorities are warning against going outdoors during the peak sunny hours of the day and advising people to drink water and keep houses and vehicles as cool as possible. So if you're going on holiday to any of those places over the next few days, then please bear that in mind. That's 48 Celsius by the weekend. Here's Janie.
I'm sure you've seen this piece about the gum, the chewing gum that won't stick on pavements. Have you seen this?
No.
It's absolutely fascinating. It says the supermarket is hoping to ease the burden of councils having to clean, stuff off pavements, all that stuff, with this biodegradable chewing gum that doesn't contain any plastic, which of course is one of the ingredients commonly used, which is why it sticks to everything for so long. Yeah. So it means that over time, the sticky mess on the pavements will fade away on its own. It says here more than 100,000 tonnes of chewing gum are consumed every year, and around 95% of the country's streets are stained with bits of old chewing gum.
Yeah.
So this is a new product. It's made from a sap which is extracted from a tree native to Central America, and this one doesn't leave any, because it doesn't contain plastic, it comes off easily.
What a great
That's
development.
the theory. Yeah.
Sounds like a thing. Talking of a sap, here's Tim.
1 in 5 British kids don't know that apples grow on trees.
Oh, what? No.
And 9 in 10 have no idea where strawberries come from. A new study of 1,006 to 12-year-olds found the average child... Please, don't encourage this.
Sorry.
The study found that the average child eats up to 10 pieces of fruit a week, which is good, but most have little idea how it's produced. 3/4 of children have never been in an orchard, says this report. I'm not sure I believe those figures.
OK, this day, 1990, Saddam Hussein today made good Iraq's claim to the oil-rich state of Kuwait by invading it. Also in the birthdays and anniversaries, fastest gun has no chance. This was a headline in the press at the time, 1876. The man billed in his colourful shows as the fastest gun in the West fell victim to an assassin's bullet today. He was...
Oh, I was going to say Roy Rogers, but that's a pretend cowboy. Wild Bill Hickok.
Is correct, sir. Sir Arthur Bliss, who was that?
Sir Arthur Bliss?
Who was that, Janie?
I don't know, you've lost me there. I love the name, though.
Yeah.
What a fabulous name.
Was he a
Would be lovely.
Victorian inventor? Did he have something to do with inventing the water closet? Not the toilet, but the fact that you put a bath in with the toilet for the first time ever.
It's amazing. No. English composer and master of the Queen's music from 1953. His work includes film scores and music for the ballet Checkmate.
Oh, we should have known
Yeah, we
that.
should
That's
have.
embarrassing.
Well, I know.
sorry about
You'll
that.
know this one, Peter O'Toole.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. Obviously, extremely famous actor, comedian, legend, really.
Yeah, and immensely handsome in his younger days.
Look at his eyes in Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And what other character did he play, which was a swashbuckling character in a movie, I think, from the early 90s? He had a very interesting name, and you say this name and you think exactly of the character.
I can't remember the name, but he played. It was an old actor, wasn't he? He was an actor playing an old actor or a fading star, and he was trying to resurrect his career. And he would gate crash meetings, didn't he? Like roll down tables, like going for parts or something.
And he was badly behaved, but
Yes,
he
badly
used
behaved,
to drink.
yeah, had a drink or two.
His name was Donald Swan.
I don't remember the name.
I can't remember the name of the film now, but it was a great film.
It was a good film. Yeah, he was brilliant in it.
Big Show Radio to Arthur Williams, former Royal Marine, with us later. Also Megan McKenna and Jeanette Quachi. Might not have been Donald Swan, something Swan. There's Kermode when you need him. Says Love Lasts Forever. It's All Saints. BBC Radio 2 when we come back after the 3 o'clock news. Alex Theophilus will be picking the non-stop oldies. Alex in Cardiff.
BBC News at 3 o'clock. This is Harvey Cook. A report has concluded there were missed opportunities to protect an 18-month-old baby, Elsie Scully Hicks, who was later murdered by her adoptive father. A trial at Cardiff Crown Court heard the child died 4 days after being violently shaken by Matthew Scully Hicks, who was jailed last year for a minimum of 18 years. The report showed there wasn't a robust enough process of recording and sharing information. But Viv Lang, policy manager for the NSPCC in Wales, said there was another factor at play, the local authority's opinion of the parents.
The positive lens through which the parents were viewed and the lack of professional curiosity. And it's terribly difficult because as a social worker, you rely on your relationship with those adoptive parents, and to maintain that professional curiosity, that scepticism, that what someone's telling you.
The Bank of England has raised interest rates to 0.75%. The increase, only the second in a decade, had been widely expected. Lucio Carroll, the chief economist at Aberdeen Asset Management, says it's too early to say whether this will be the first of a series of rate rises.
There's Brexit, there's what's happening in world trade, we're in a globalised economy, so these things can have a big impact on the decisions that are made by the Bank of England, and that's what the Governor is going to emphasise today. So we will, on the one hand, see rates rise a little bit, but on the other hand, there'll be a lot of talk about it, any further increases being far off, being gradual, being small in number.
A 31-year-old gambling addict who broke into his ex-girlfriend's house and tried to stab her has had his sentence increased from 6 years to 9 by the Court of Appeal. During his trial in May, Hull Crown Court heard that Matthew Wright had a history of violence against former partners and was a danger to the public. Soldiers have cleared the streets of Zimbabwe's capital, Harare, ordering shops to close and people to leave the city after clashes with protesters left 3 people dead yesterday. Demonstrators have claimed Monday's presidential election results were rigged. The Electoral Commission said the results would be released very soon. One of Japan's oldest medical schools has been accused of lowering the exam scores of female applicants to reduce the number of women that get into the university each year. A newspaper investigation found the Tokyo Medical University began tampering with test scores after the number of successful female applicants suddenly jumped in 2010. Rupert Wingfield-Hayes reports from Tokyo.
According to the Yomiuri Shimbun's story, starting in 2011, officials at the Tokyo Medical University began cutting the test scores of female applicants so that the maximum number of women students at the school would not exceed 30%. The paper quotes sources saying the university's administration felt that many female graduates did not go on to practice medicine, and those that did often quit after getting married and starting a family. The university says it will now carry out its own investigation.
And that's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 3. And next at 4.
Thanks, Harvey. Here come the oldies.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Now, the non-stop oldies brought to you daily by Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Slowly into hearts of men who need more than they get. Daylight needs so bad to a woman who has made too many bets. The mirror stares you in the face.
the non-stop oldies. Swan, my favourite year. Thank you. These oldies chosen by Alex Theophilus in Cardiff. Hello, Steve. Hello, Alex. I'm 29 years old and I'm from Cardiff. I currently work in research and policy, having spent most of my career to date in education and teaching. I have a range of hobbies and interests, including reading, puzzles, going for long walks with my dog Sam, and spending time with family and friends. I'm a huge fan of exploring new places, and last year I was lucky enough to visit Australia and Thailand. I enjoy all kinds of music, and my oldies are an eclectic mix of tracks from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s. Not sure how many of these we're going to be able to get in the half hour, so I apologise in advance, Alex, but we'll do as many as we can. I hope you like them, Steve, and so do the listeners. I hope they do too.
One of us is lying in a lonely bed.
concealed attraction I felt you kept me away from the heat and the action. Just like a child, stubborn and misconceiving. That's how I started the show. One of us had to go. Now I've changed and I want you to know. One of us is crying, one of us is lying in a lonely bed, staring at the ceiling, wishing she was somewhere else instead. One of us is lonely, one of us is only waiting for a call. Sorry for herself, feeling stupid, feeling small, wishing she had never left at all, never left at all.
With songs as good as that, they should make a couple of movies.
Staring at the ceiling, wishing she was somewhere else instead.
Next half hour, by the way, talking to Megan McKenna, reality TV and TOWIE star, with her autobiography. A little later on, Jeanette Quachi, BBC Sports presenter, talking about the European Championships, and Arthur Williams, former Royal Marine.
Oh, I could hide neath the wings of the bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring, but it rings and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. My shaven razor's cold and it stings. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? You once thought of me as a white knight on his steed. Now you know how happy I can be. Oh, and our good time starts and ends without dollar one to spend. But how much, baby, do we really need? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen?
Alex Theophilus, 29 years old, from Cardiff, picking these non-stop oldies. The Monkees' Daydream Believer. And coming soon, please, Mr. Postman, the Marvelettes.
Daydream believer and a homecoming queen. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming? Oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Wait, hey, Mr. Postman. Mr.
Only 5 hours away from serious jocking. That's with no G. That was the Marvelettes. Please, Mr. Postman. Now, Self-Control, Laura Branigan on the oldies. If you want an ice cream, do you want an ice cream? Do you? Do you want an ice cream? Go on then.
The non-stop oldies every day.
Summer loving had me a blast.
Summer loving happened so fast.
I met a girl crazy for me.
Met a boy cute as can be.
Summer days drifting away to other summer nights.
Tell me more, did you get very far? Tell me more, like does he have a car?
She's been by me, she got a cramp.
He ran by me, got me so damn.
I saved her life, she nearly drowned. summer night. Tell me more, but you don't gotta brag. Tell me more, 'cause it sounds like a drag. Shoot-a-bop, 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 she got family down in the sand. He was sweet, just under 10. She was good, you know what I mean. Summer heat, boy, ain't gonna be but all the summer nights. Tell me more, I'm stuck in his head. Tell me more, she gave me a ring. It turned cold, that's where it ends. So I told her we'd still be friends. Then we made our true love vow. Wonder what she's doing now.
40 years old. Oh.
Summer dreams ripped at seams, but the summer
But everybody knows it's summer nights. John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John. Big show, non-stop oldies.
Do you recognise this?
Film critic Mark Kermode invites you to go back in time to a golden era of iconic soundtracks. You can hear the BBC Concert Orchestra performing famous scores from Gremlins and The Goonies
What gets overlooked is the soundtrack.
to Ghostbusters.
One area in which it absolutely hits the right note is in the live performances.
Friday night is Music Night presents Screens of the 80s.
Friday night is Music Night, followed by Sounds of the 80s with me, Gary Davis.
An evening of 80s music.
Wasn't that fabulous?
Friday night from 8.
On BBC Radio 2.
One more non-stop coming.
Non-stop oldies every day. Steve Wright in the afternoon. 2 till 5. Sugar. Oh, honey, honey. You are my candy girl. And you got me wanting you. Honey. Oh, sugar, sugar. You are my candy girl. And you got me wanting you. I just can't believe the loveliness of loving you. I just can't believe it's true. I just can't believe the wonder of this feeling too. I just can't believe it's true. Ah, sugar. Oh, honey, honey. You are my candy girl. And you got me
sunshine, pour your sweetness over me. Pour your sweetness over me. Oh, sugar, sugar on me, honey. Pour little sugar on me, baby.
Life's so sweet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pour little sugar on me. Oh, yeah. Pour little sugar on me, honey. Pour little sugar on me, baby.
I'm gonna make life so sweet.
Yeah, pour little sugar on me, honey. Ah, sugar.
Those were the non-stop oldies. Thank you for them. Little badge on its way. 3:31 in the UK. Summer 2018. This is Radio 2. Can you give a shout out to John, working hard, running a cafe on Guernsey? Always got the show on to help him through the afternoon. Tell him don't forget the Prosecco. Today, I think it is Thursday. Make sure it's in the fridge chilling. Chilling, no G. That's from Sarah. This says, Steve, can we have a shout out, please? Celia, Ella and Molly, travelling back from Bournemouth, a car full of sand and wet swimwear. Steve, loving the fab tunes, buddy. We're dancing on the deck 5 miles out to sea off Dartmouth. Keep it up. That's Chris and Joe on board the yacht. Woo. Steve, can you give Gary and Ian a shout out, working hard in the Outer Hebrides? Hello! Can you hear me? Just loving the show. And Steve, we're sitting in the rainy drizzle and mist in Wales, waiting to get into a field at Red Roses for the 2018 Men's Autographs Nationals. Give all the drivers a good luck for this weekend. Great show as usual, Chris and Frank Sol. You got it, thank you.
Just a word about those contact details, crazy boy. Or is it silly boy? Or strange chap? I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm filming Eggheads when the jockin's on, Steve.
Fair enough.
It's Sanjeev Bhaskar. Brilliant in Unforgotten. Don't forget 40footyoufink.org.netty. That was me.
The Bank of England has raised the interest rate for only the second time of the decade. The rate has risen by 1/4 percentage point from 0.5 to 0.75%, the highest level since March 2009. Europe's heat record could be broken in Spain and Portugal. Mentioned this, well, yesterday and today. As Europe bakes in another heat wave, forecasters say the all-time temperature record could be broken in the coming days. The current European record is 48 Celsius, 118.4 Fahrenheit, set in Athens in July 1977. And some customers of NatWest have reported debit cards being declined when making payments, with some holidaymakers suffering embarrassment. The bank, part of RBS, admitted there had been issues over card payments, with problems lasting 2 hours. It apologised for the inconvenience. And here's Bobby.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, to the A617 at Chesterfield. Now, there's a lorry that overturned on the Hornsbridge roundabout earlier today. Still there, but only one lane is blocked on that western side of the roundabout, so you can get through there, but there are still delays. M1 on the northbound side, 28 to 29 up towards Chesterfield. Breakdown is still there. One lane is shut, causing queues. And the M62 has finally reopened eastbound. It was closed between 22 and 24. The accident is between 22 and 23 towards Huddersfield, up Windy Hill through to Little House on the Prairie. Still one lane shut. You still got big queues behind that on the eastbound side. Skips, thanks for your update. Westbound is also slow past the scene, causing a couple of miles of slow moving traffic as well in its wake. M6 southbound 19 to 18 at Holmes Chapel, still one lane shut. So you got queues on the southbound M6 down towards junction, or from junction 21, beg your pardon, and then to the M6 both ways, 10A to 10, that's Walsall to the M54, breakdowns in each direction. Completely separate incidents, but one lane is shut. M25 clockwise, 9 Leatherhead to 16 for the M40 is slow. Anti-clockwise, first of all, if you're heading between the M40 and Chertsey, you've got slow traffic. Then between 6 and 5, there's been a breakdown, so one lane is shut. And the reason why the queues at the Dartford Tunnel are back to 4 at Orpington, it's because there was an accident. Now, they've cleared the accident out of the way, but it's still extremely heavy. M2 coastbound, junction 3 on the eastbound to exit Slit Road to Chatham, the A229 in Rochester, closed completely. You cannot get off at junction 3 of the M2 coastbound because of a vehicle fire. And the M20 coastbound between 3 and 4, so the M26 through to Snodland, we've got an accident there and one lane is shut. Thanks for all your updates. Keep them coming. Back for another one in 20 minutes.
Oh, thank you. Snodland, Little House on the Prairie, Windy Hill. Are these TV shows?
This is the last time, this must be the last time, I know. You said you were leaving, you said that you'd leave him at home. promises made right here where we lay were sealed by a touch, but that's not enough. Remember the moment when we were just lovers. You left me feeling like there were no others. Now it's a secret that you had to keep, sweet in the light till I had to believe it all. But I'm not so blind that I can't see the truth in your eyes. I've been a bit part supporting a scene that you stole. Still I've been so eager to hold you whenever you call. And what are his lines? The one left behind. His starring role is what I don't know. Remember the moment when we were just lovers. You left me feeling like there were no others. And I was a secret that you had to keep, sweet in the light till I had to believe it all. But I'm not so blind that I can't see the truth in your eyes. If love is the drug, then I shoulder the blame. If we're getting off on the guilt and the shame, then when you run to him, how I wish I could say that it's over. Remember the moment when we were just
Hi, I'm Megan McKenna, and you might know me from X on the Beach. People probably just remember me from X on the Beach as the one that screamed all the time, looked like an absolute psychopath. That's me, I can't help it. I've got a short fuse, I'm always going to be the same. Things I find irritating about other people is when I'm sitting down and someone's sitting next to me heavy breathing, snoring, but in general, breathing.
Megan McKenna is with us. Oh my goodness. And how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
Well, just actually earlier on, me and Tim, we were listening to some of your country music that you've been doing, so we'll talk about that in a second. Meanwhile, Megan is the Essex girl who exploded onto our screens in some of the biggest reality TV shows in Britain, including X on the Beach. That's an outrageous format. Celebrity Big Brother and Towie. Megan's memoir, Mouthy, is a unique access to what really goes on actually when the cameras stop and the paparazzi have gone home. Mouthy is the unfiltered, uncensored and unbelievable story of Megan's journey to the spotlight, like as if we were saying that some of the stuff on television is unfiltered. You really know how to tell somebody off, don't you?
I like the way you put that.
So how did you first get into it?
Do you know what? I went away to work in Marbella and I was a bit of a party girl, and I got contacted on Twitter from MTV, and it literally happened within a few months. I got invited up to have the meeting and I did a few test runs on camera, and basically a few months later they were like, yeah, you've definitely got the job.
So here you are, like you're 25 years old now, right? 25, 26,
Yes.
something like that. So what were you going to be had you not been this reality star? And of course you're going for it, you know, you've got it all going on now. What would you have been?
Well, I've trained at theatre school full time my whole life, so I did want to be on the West End stage. I was never going to give up on my singing, but obviously, you know, I was actually working as an estate agent, a really rubbish one. I was in barmaid, every job you could think of I was doing, and then the thing came up, so I thought, you know, I'm just going to go for it. And obviously, on my way doing the TV, everything what I've always wanted to start to happen, which is my singing.
And a lot has happened, and we'll get to the singing soon, I promise. I mean, look, you've had your heart broken on television. We've seen you at your best and your worst. You've become well known. People clock you in the street. People look up to you. Were you and are you ready for all of that?
Honestly, when I first come out of Big Brother, I was not expecting the craziness to happen.
Yeah.
All the memes that people were making of me, and I was not expecting it. And do you know what? It is so refreshing for like young girls and boys that come up to me and they say like they love what I do and they do look up to me, and that is something I've always wanted, so it's amazing.
And who would you have looked up to? I mean, would Katie Price be in there, somebody like that that's kind of, you know, made something of it?
I love the fact that Katie Price is a massive businesswoman. She is someone that obviously, you know, has got a finger in all the pies, which I am doing. But obviously, when I was younger, I would look up to pop stars, country stars, Dolly Parton, and now one of the biggest people I like at the moment is Casey Musgraves. I'm obsessed with her. So yeah, they're the people that I definitely look up to.
How do you feel about Taylor? Because Taylor's gone off on a pop tangent, hasn't she?
Yeah, I actually went to go and see Taylor Swift at her Reputation tour. She's amazing. I've always been a fan of Taylor, but obviously she's gone more down the pop route now. I'm more down the country route. But yeah.
And is the music taking over more from the TV now with you? Would you say?
Yeah, 100%. I'm working towards an album. I'm hoping for more to the end of the year. My dream is to support someone on tour. That would be my dream. But I just performed at Hyde Park on the main stage for British Summertime, supporting Michael Bublé, and I just supported Ronan Keating.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was honestly. So everything that's happening is things I've been working on, just more behind the scenes. People just think, oh, she's doing reality TV. Trust me, I've been in the studio and I've been writing for years.
How did it go?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Firstly, I couldn't believe I was actually on the main stage. I had my own camper van and everything out the back. It was amazing. It was so cool.
Did you have refreshments backstage?
Yeah.
Did you have a rider? You know, say you only want these peanuts?
I actually had a rider, which was so cool. And on my rider was Capri Suns, melon and parma ham, and pepperonis.
That's
Seems
great.
reasonable.
We're back with Megan McKenna in just a moment. Don't go away. Reality TV, Megan is with us with her autobiography, Mouthy.
So young to be the words of your own song. I know the rage in you is strong. Write a world where we can belong to each other and sing it like no other. If I could hear myself when I say
her book, which is called Mouthy. Now, in the book, Megan speaks candidly about having her heart broken on national TV and shows readers her more vulnerable side, telling of the shy girl who hid from bullies, her struggles with celiac disease, and the anxiety she still battles every day. Throughout the book are a series of picture pages showing Megan at different stages of her life amongst friends and family, from her early years playing at the Chalet and her grandparents to various red carpet events and shooting music videos in Nashville. So, what was it like putting together the book? Was it a little bit emotional?
It was emotional. I actually went back to my real school diaries and I opened them up and I kept them all these years.
Yeah.
So to read through it and see, like, every day I would write the date, the time, how I was feeling. God knows why, but I did that. I wrote about all the times I felt really, really down, you know, behind the cameras when no one understands, you know, when I'm on screen having a meltdown, what really happens when I leave that scene and I have to go home. So it is very, very, like, deep and personal.
How much, when you're doing a reality show, is really yourself? Are you perfectly natural? You forget about the cameras, you forget about this format of the show, or would you play up a little bit?
I mean, I think the problem with me is I wish I could play up a little bit, but I can't help myself. It's not set up, like, as in a way of pretend you hate them. It's not like that. Like, I would genuinely turn up. You may get briefed before a scene about things to touch on, but normally for me, I'd like turn up to a scene and it would just kind of always go the way I never wanted it to go.
So it's real emotions.
So it would be real, yeah.
But the fact that they're real actually is to be commended, I think, really. Although, this is what I think, this is only my opinion, I think if you're too real on television, where do you go? If you're a performer of any kind, you might find this with the country songs. You're performing the song, but then you're back to yourself.
I mean, I think that's why I work with country music so well, like, because when I write my songs, it is literally like reading my diary. They're so real and true and honest. And I think that's why, like, my following is so strong.
How many followers?
2.1 million.
Oh my goodness, 2.1 million. Okay, now finally, let's just talk about the music. I'm going to play 3 tracks, actually. I'm going to play a little bit of history, a little bit of high-heeled shoes, and then Everything But You is the latest thing, right?
Yes, that's the one I co-wrote.
Okay, so bear in mind, that's coming up in a second. You're embarking now on a country music career, yeah?
Yeah.
So you went to Nashville, but you said that some of this is recorded in Kent.
So my music video, yeah, it was actually on a film set in Kent.
Right.
You know, obviously it's very expensive to fly about 30 people over to Nashville for a day, but it was like I was in Nashville. It was like living in a real life cowboy, what's it called, saloon.
Yeah, because it's shot in a saloon, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've seen some of the video. You wouldn't know it, was it? Near Dover?
Somewhere near
there. No, but it looks fantastic.
Yeah. So you've been promoting the book, you're going on holiday. When you come back from holiday, what's up?
Okay, so as soon as I'm back, I'm launching a new clothing brand called Studio Mouthy, which is literally, I've designed absolutely everything. I'm doing it alongside my mum. So yeah, I'm very business minded. I always like to do something new. And then as soon as that hype has, you know, calmed down a little bit, I go to Wales. I write with a lady called Amy Wadge. She's amazing.
Right.
And I'm just getting my album together, really, because as soon as obviously the album's happening, I want to do a mini tour. So yeah, that is my main aim.
And we always used to say with Katie, people shouldn't underestimate you, should they?
No.
You know what you're up to, what you're doing, and you mustn't underestimate Megan McKenna. You mustn't. Megan McKenna's memoir, Mouthy, is out now in hardback and ebook, and here come those 3 tunes. Megan McKenna.
Give up hope, but I suppose I didn't think I missed the things that made me mad. It's true. I have everything I do. I do anything. It's true. I have everything I do. But you.
Megan has a lovely, lovely country voice.
BBC Radio.
Oh, that's great. 8 minutes to 4.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Chris.
Flick, but back in the second. Distorted skin, rash for no reason. Boys are loading their arms, girl gasp with envy. Are they mimicking endlessly? Same as sadness in small lumps on my jaw. For lusting after is the usual fiction. May your girl come, birdie die under the spur. Fingers and listen, come touch your girl then girlfriend. Don't feel like a girlfriend, but lover. Damn it, be your lover. Girlfriend. Don't feel like a girlfriend, but lover. Damn it, be your lover. Do shit, yeah. Yes, sir, I am wait for I happened and my fame in the lake. Let's see now how fast you're breathing and how long this will take. Those who used to pass by me feel they are baffling a liar. What is you? You didn't even taste much better. Came back steaming in sweats in the morning. I muscled in for I wanted to hold him. Then traveled to let those bird dogs rage through. What is me? What is you? What is you now? Girlfriend. Don't feel like a girlfriend, but lover. Damn it, be your lover. Girlfriend. Don't feel like a girlfriend, but lover. Damn it, be your lover.
Chris. I don't know why you're tripping.
Christina and the Queens, girlfriend. Hey Steve, John and Deb's here celebrating our 5-year anniversary by driving our nearly 2-year-old to Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig World, in fact, for his birthday on Saturday. Thanks for the car entertainment. Just what I do. Shout out to Charlotte, Cheryl, Jacob and Athena heading to their first festival together. And Steve and team, another great show. Can you please say hi to all the guide dog puppy walkers in Bexley Heath? And good luck with the fundraising on Saturday and Sunday. Many thanks from Richard and guide dog puppy William. Okay, done. Girlfriend. Here's Bobby.
Steve, thank you. First of all, to the M1, heading south, 45 to 44, down towards Rothwell from Temple Newsom. There's an accident there and one lane is shut. There's about 2 miles of slow-moving traffic towards that. M62 eastbound, 22 to 23 at Huddersfield. We've still got one lane shut following that earlier accident and closure. Still big queues behind that. It's queuing back to junction 20 for Rochdale. Then to the M6, all lanes open finally. Southbound, 19 to 18, but still big queues back towards 20. And on the A556, the M5 A5 northbound, 5 to 4A from Droitwich to the M42. They are holding all the traffic for the moment, and this is following an accident, so nothing is getting through there at all at the moment. M25 big queues from 9 Leatherhead clockwise to 16 for the M40 anti-clockwise, 24 to 23 towards the A1M. There was a breakdown, and then we've got at the bottom this big queue into the Dartford Tunnel from Junction 4. Thanks for your updates. Back with another one for you half an hour.
Thank you.
Live till 5. Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Hi, this is Jeremy Vine with the brand new contact details. www.who'sthesilverhaired-man-in-casualty /somewhere in Lesmahago, Bulgaria. .help me hoist this empty bucket of water over the fence at Hotel Splendido /hosepipe ban. Do you remember Oxford bags? I'm working this crane with just one hand while my legs are sticking out of the window. iyoga. Dinsdale. He nailed my head to the coffee table. .co.uk.
Homegrown alligator, see you later. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. The sun ain't changed in the atmosphere, architecture unfamiliar. I could get used to this. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. We're south of the equator, navigator. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. A deep sea diving round the clock, bikini bottoms, lager tops. I could get used to this. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. We got 2 in the front, 2 in the back, sailing along, and we don't look back. Flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone.
Shotgun underneath the hot sun. It's George Ezra on Radio 2. This is Steve Wright in the afternoon. Showbiz cuts Jax Jones and Ed Sheeran. Sport with Shabnam. There's Janie, there's Bobby, there's Tim, there's Harvey. Guess Arthur Williams and Janet Quachi. There's Factoid, social media, and much more on the big show. Kingdom across planet Earth. This is BBC Radio 2 online, on digital radio and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Harvey Cook. The Bank of England has raised its main interest rate by 0.25% to 0.75%. That's its highest level since early 2009. The move is calculated to rein in inflation, as Theo Leggett reports.
Although the UK economy is showing only relatively modest growth, unemployment is at its lowest level in decades. That means companies are likely to have to compete for workers, pushing up wages and prices. The increase in the cost of borrowing is meant to limit inflationary pressures. Some economists, however, believe the bank has acted too soon, saying the rate rise threatens investor confidence at a time of deep economic uncertainty. Others have pointed out that by raising interest rates now, the bank has given itself more scope to cut them in future.
An investigation has begun into the deaths of 4 men whose car hit a tree in Bradford. Their BMW was being followed by police when the accident happened early this morning. Health and social care officials in Cardiff have promised to change their practices after a review found they missed opportunities to protect a toddler who was murdered by her adoptive father. Elsie Scully Hicks was violently shaken by her father Matthew, having previously suffered fractures and bruising. Ruth Walker from the local health board said the 18-month-old's x-rays were not examined by paediatric experts. She said that wouldn't happen in future.
In paediatrics at A&E department, we have specialists in safeguarding who review children and consider that at all times. So the system that we have changed is that all children under the age of 2 who have an x-ray, those children, whether they attend the A&E department or the fracture clinic, are considered in the weekly safeguarding meeting.
The Roman Catholic Church has announced a major change to its position on the death penalty, saying it's always wrong to use capital punishment. It had previously said the death penalty was admissible in the most extreme circumstances. A group of politicians has written to the Chancellor Philip Hammond to call for an additional £100 billion to be put into road and rail services in the north of England. They say investment is urgently needed to ensure commuters avoid the kind of disruption caused by the recent timetable changes. The Transport Secretary, Chris Grayling, insists he's already seeking to make improvements.
We have got a challenge this summer with a timetable that's gone wrong because of an infrastructure project that's gone wrong. My job is to sort that out. I don't run engineering projects. My job is to sort out problems when they arise. It shouldn't have happened. That's why we commissioned a detailed investigation into what went wrong. But the reality is, at the core, was an investment programme by the government that has been delayed.
Humberside police are investigating what they say was a night of mindless vandalism which left hundreds of windows smashed in Grimsby. Detectives say youths wearing balaclavas targeted cars and businesses, including the National Fishing Heritage Centre. And that's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 4. I'm next at 5.
Thank you, Harvey. Sport now with Shabnam Yunus-Jewell.
Thanks, Steve. England are looking good on day 2 of the first test against India, who are now 160 for 6 in reply to England's 287. They've just come back out after tea. It's 4 wickets today for Sam Curran. He took 3 and 8 balls as the tourist went from 50 without loss to 59 for 3. 3-time Grand Slam champion Andy Murray's taken a big step in his comeback from hip surgery by beating current British number 1 Kyle Edmund in the second round of the Washington Open. It was Murray's 5th match since returning to competitive tennis. Wild Illusion has today won the feature race, the Nassau Stakes at Glorious Goodwood. English golfer Georgia Hall is 1 shot off the lead on day 1 of the Women's British Open at Royal Lytham. She's on 4 under through 14 holes. Australia's Minjee Lee is top of the leaderboard. And former world champion Di Green will captain Great Britain's athletics squad at the European Championships. He'll compete in the 400 metres hurdles heats on Tuesday.
More on that in 10 minutes. Thank you very much.
Just that the moon is full and you happen to call. And here I sit and on the telephone, hearing a voice I'd known a couple of light years ago, heading straight for a fall. As I remember, your eyes were bluer than robin's eggs. My poetry was lousy, you said,
occasional vagabond, you strayed into my arms, and there you stayed, temporarily lost at sea. The Madonna was yours for free. Yes, the girl on the half shell could keep you unharmed. Now I see you standing with brown leaves falling all around and snow in your hair. Now you're smiling out the window of that crummy hotel over Washington Square. Our breath comes out, white clouds mingles and hangs in the air. Speaking strictly for me, we both could have died then and there. Now you're telling me you're not nostalgic. Then give me another word for it. You were so good with words and at keeping things vague. 'Cause I need some of that vagueness now. It's all come back too clearly. Yes, I loved you dearly. And if you're offering me diamonds and rust, I've already paid.
Joan Baez, Diamonds and Rust. You're hearing it on Radio 2. In celebration of the emergency services, hashtag 999 Day is trending on Twitter. Eloise tweets, we are the luckiest people to have so many amazing people working in the emergency services. Every day they're saving lives and doing this with long shifts and many pressures. Hashtag 999 Day. And Rose tweets, thank you to all the emergency services. You guys are brilliant and we don't know what we do without you. Much love. Hashtag 999 Day. Absolutely. Over on Google, people are searching for Jennifer Aniston and she says she's up for a Friends reboot. Mark Ronson and Dua Lipa have teased a new collaboration on social media today. It's a new track called Electricity. So Dua team up with DJs Mark Ronson and Diplo under their alter ego Silk City. Mark says the song is a belter and it's coming real soon. The new promo images for the sixth film in the Terminator series have been released today, which show Linda Hamilton back in her signature role as Sarah Connor. Linda is pictured with Colombian actress Natalia Reese and Canada's Mackenzie Davis. Arnold Schwarzenegger will also appear in the movie when it's released in November 2019. And Mila Kunis and Kate McKinnon have been telling the BBC about starring in The Spy Who Dumped Me, which is out in a few weeks. It got us wondering if they did any of their own stunts. From this, it seems they might have.
As many as we were legally allowed to do.
Oh,
yes. Whatever that the insurance covered us for, Kate and I, we did it.
Yeah, and the lucky thing was our characters were not professional spies. So if we looked awkward doing what we were doing, that was part of it, and that was appropriate.
We were acting awkward. Kate and I are very clear spy professionals, so it was a lot of work acting.
Yes.
Like
we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah.
Very good, aren't they? As you may or may not know, Radio 1 are heading off to Ibiza this weekend. In preparation, DJ and producer Jax Jones visited the live lounge to share some party island tips.
Check me out, check the sunset. And the key to Ibiza is pace it.
Okay.
There are a lot of parties. You want to see them all. Ibiza is very lit this year. Just pace yourself.
All right.
And you want to remember it. That's the other thing.
Oh, yeah. And Ed Sheeran has been chatting about his new documentary film. It's called Songwriter. In the movie, Ed reflects on his childhood, his musical development, and creative challenges. And he says he owes a lot to his old music teacher.
This is the high school I went to. My music teacher at school was a guy called Mr. Hanley. There were a lot of teachers who didn't quite get it. I think Mr. Hanley never had a doubt.
When I first started writing songs, they were terrible. I tried to write like 2 or 3 songs a day for a while. Once all the bad songs had gone, the good songs started flowing.
BBC Radio 2 in the United Kingdom.
I never believed in things that I couldn't see. I said if I can't feel it, then how could it be? No magic could happen to me. And then I saw you, I couldn't believe it. You took my heart, I couldn't retrieve it. Said to myself, what's it all about? Now I know there can be no doubt. You can do magic. You can have anything that you desire. Magic. And you know you're the one who can put out the fire. You know darn well when you cast your spell, you will get your way. When you hypnotize with your eyes, a heart of stone can turn to clay. And when the rain is beating upon the window pane, and when the night it gets so cold, when I can't sleep, again you come to me. I hold you tight and the rain disappears. Who would believe it? With a word you dry my tears. You can do magic. You can have anything that you desire. Magic. And you know you're the one who can put out the fire. You know darn well when you cast your spell, you will get your way. When you hypnotize with your eyes, a heart of stone can turn to clay. And if I wanted to, I could never be free. I never believed it was true, but now it's so clear to me. You can do magic. You can have anything that you desire. Magic. And you know you're the one who can put out the fire. You know darn well when you cast your spell, you will get your way.
Performing at BBC Radio 2, live in Hyde Park. It's Boyzone. Alongside Rita Ora, All Saints, Manic Street Preachers, Carrie Underwood, Lenny Kravitz, Band of Love, and headlining Kylie Minogue.
Sunday the 9th of September.
Find out how to buy your tickets by going to the BBC Radio 2 website.
Here we are returning for Factoids. Janie Lee Grace.
A kitten called Georgia escaped from her carrier on a New York subway platform and was rescued by track workers after 25 days in the underground tunnels.
Oh, wow. Brilliant. How many different languages do you think there are in the world, roughly?
500 and something.
No.
More?
No.
Yeah,
Much
more. Yes.
I'd say 1,100.
2,700 different languages and over 7,000 individual dialects spoken around the world. The most widely spoken languages, Chinese, Spanish, English and Hindi in that order.
Wow. In 1963, Heineken developed beer bottles that could double as glass bricks to build houses. The goal was to eliminate waste and provide a cheap building material for low-income areas. I don't think it caught on. It might still, though.
No, but what a fantastic idea.
Yeah. Good idea, isn't it?
So you take your empties to the off-licence, you get tuppence back on them, and then they build houses with them. That is a great idea.
Yeah, it is.
Factoids.
look in the mirror, pinpointing every flaw on your face. You say you need so many things to change, need that beach body, that perfect shape. But as you walk away, I'm loving those things that you hate. I'm loving what you hate. Your brown eyes, I'm loving what you hate. You're too shy, I'm loving what you hate. How you trust everyone. I'm loving you, yeah, I'm loving what you hate. In awkward moments, you'd grab my hand for support. You hate how you look so innocent, how you laugh when you're embarrassed. You hate the way you talk. Could I love you more? I'm loving those things that you hate. I'm loving what you hate. Your brown eyes, I'm loving what you hate. You're too shy, I'm loving what you hate. How you trust everyone. I'm loving you, yeah, I'm loving what you hate.
Jeanette Quatchi is a 3-time 100-metre British champion and author, news presenter and sportscaster for us at the BBC and Sky Sports.
But Turner got away well again, and so did Melinda Cooksey inside of it. Here goes Jeanette Quatchi out in lane 6. Quatchi's absolutely flying, being chased by Laura Turner, but it's Quatchi all the way. Quatchi wins it just inside of Montel Douglas. Who on earth got third? We'll have to wait and see, but 11:27.
Here she is.
Thank
you. Jeanette is part of the BBC Sport team who'll be providing expert commentary and coverage of all the action from the first ever European Championships, which start today and run until Sunday, 12th of August, with coverage across the BBC, on TV, radio and online. All right, now, here's the thing. You have to explain to us how this is the first one, because all of these events, obviously, we've seen before, and we've seen them on the BBC and wherever. So this is an amalgam, is it not?
It is indeed. So it's the first time all these sports have come together at the same time for a European Championship. So it's something very new. All these sports have had their own European Championships for decades, but the first time they've all come together. So majority of it will actually be in Glasgow,
Right.
and the athletics will be in Berlin. So it's separate for now, but I'm thinking over time they're going to bring them all together.
So what sports are we talking about then?
So we've got cycling, lots of swimming, so open water swimming, diving. We've got golf.
Wow, Tim.
Yes,
Oh, great.
we've got golf, mixed golf, by the way.
Good.
Yeah, so we've got gymnastics.
The way it should
as well.
be.
Yeah, well, I think so. I think it's all very new.
I'll have you know I'm playing in a mixed tournament on Sunday. but carry
There
on.
we go. So gymnastics and, of course, athletics. So these are all the things actually we're pretty good at.
In terms of the weather, I mean, Glasgow and Berlin, I would imagine, are going to be equally as hot and are already. So you're thinking, OK, how is that for athletes? I mean, you're a champion athlete yourself. What was it like when you used to be in the really hot weather?
For us as sprinters, that was my distance. I was a 100-metre sprinter. That is brilliant weather. The warmer, the better. If you're doing distance running, that can be a bit of a challenge for you. Anything over 5,000 metres is always really, really tough in hot conditions. So the guys would have to prepare in a very different way to compete in hot weather.
Now, what is your bit that you're doing in this particular coverage? Because I know that you're going to Berlin, and obviously you'll be covering the athletics, yeah?
Yes, I'm very excited. I'm part of the commentary team, the presentation team in Berlin. I'll be trackside. So I'm that really annoying person. As soon as somebody finishes a race, I stick a microphone in your face.
And they go, yeah. So how did you feel?
Exactly.
Not now, Jeanette. Not now.
That is me. So I kind of have a role as obviously a trackside reporter. I'm trying to get the information out of the athlete, but also a bit of a counsellor. Because if things haven't gone the way that you've planned,
land, I'm pretty much the first person that you speak to when you cross the line.
But that's great though, because they must know you. A lot of them will know you.
Yeah, a lot of them do know me.
And they'll open up to you, and they know that you know the situation there.
And I'm very lucky like that. I think it's quite nice to have been on that side of the fence previous, so I do know what questions not to ask.
Yeah.
And of course, any background information about that particular athlete that may give a really nice interview.
So these are big championships then. What big names can we look forward to seeing?
Well, it's really exciting for the athletics in particular. Definitely for somebody like Dina Asher-Smith. She's the fastest ever female that the UK's ever seen. And she goes in the 100 metres and the 200 metres, and she's only 22.
Cleanly away, Dean Asher-Smith left a little bit at the moment. Great start by Bianca Williams, and Williams moving strongly, but here comes Dean Asher-Smith now. Nita trying to keep pace, but Dean Asher-Smith so far ahead of the rest, and 10.97 into the slightest of headwinds, but below 11 seconds. A championship.
You've got Katarina Johnson-Thompson, heptathlete. Many people really want her to push on and take the mantle from Jessica Ennis-Hill, so it's a really big opportunity for her. She won the Commonwealth Games and the World Indoors already this year. If she can do it in Europe, it will be an amazing year for her as well.
But the gold will go to Katrina Johnson-Thompson as she crosses the line in about 2:23.
And how does it work crossing from Glasgow to Berlin?
Very much like how an Olympics or a Commonwealth Games is aired on the BBC. So a lot of chopping and changing. It'll be Gabby Clare and Hazel Irvine at the helm, which will be brilliant for them. And it's just very much mixing it up and moving around. Lots to watch and lots to catch up on too.
I'm told that you currently work for the Youth Sport Trust as an athlete mentor, and last year you published your first children's book, by the way, called Femi the Fox. No doubt still available.
In depth.
And what does that mean? What are you doing within that work as an athlete mentor?
I'm very, very youth focused. I think it was quite important for me when I retired to make sure that whatever I had, I was able to kind of just give a bit of a lesson to the kids, because I think sport is so accessible, it's so powerful, that if they're able to maybe take a few lessons, and I was a bit wayward when I was younger, I'm not going to talk about that too much, but it was nice for me to be able to have something to really get myself stuck into and to be able to excel. So it's quite nice to be able to pass on those lessons.
Jeanette, by the way, is going to be in Berlin from the 7th of August for the athletics from the Olympiastadion. Also on the athletics commentary team with Jeanette are Steve Cram, Andrew Cotter, Steve Backley, Colin Jackson, Paula Radcliffe, and the European Championships, that's what they're called, 2018, start today and run until the 12th of August with coverage across the BBC on TV, radio and online. And Jeanette will be providing expert commentary in Berlin for the athletics, which start next Tuesday. Really nice to meet you. Thank you for coming on. Really appreciate it. Jeanette Kwachi, everybody. It was Jeanette, everyone.
Radio 2. Sitting on the back of a crowded train, counting raindrops falling on the window pane. Had the worst and longest, craziest day today. Only one way I know to get out of this place. Don't need no car or a ticket or a plane. Just close my eyes, let the music carry me away. And I put my headphones on, turn the real world off, and I get lost in the middle of a country song. And they're singing about a guy with blue ripped jeans, and he's standing right there in front of me. And they're singing about a small town Saturday night, dancing in the dirt, glitter in the sky. Had my first real kiss all over again, and he's spinning me around in my little red dress. All I gotta do is put these headphones on, and I'm lost in the middle of a country song. Won't somebody pick me up and drop me off? Had a boombox party in a parking lot, or a beach fire all night, sing along. I'm gone. When I put my headphones on, turn the real world off, and I get lost in the middle of a country song. And they're singing about a guy with blue ripped jeans, and he's standing right there in front of me. And they're singing about a small town Saturday night, dancing in the dirt, glitter in the sky. Had my first real kiss all over again, and he's spinning me around in my little red dress. All I gotta do is put these headphones on, and I'm
Lost in the middle, Catherine McGrath. Can you give a shout out to my dad, Adrian, driving my pony all the way from Yorkshire to Dorset for the British Dressage Home International? And Steve, this is Mick Brooks and family listening to your show in the Algarve, baking in the heat wave. Send all my love to my wife Margaret. You got it.
Right, who's with us?
Weekday mornings from 6:30.
Live from Wogan House.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show.
It's time. Kim Wild, good morning, Kim.
Hey, Chris.
Anton de Beck here with us. Ed Balls.
I'm a retired former professional dancer.
All Saints singing live for us.
So when you're ready, you just gotta let me know.
I want to join All Saints, don't you?
Yeah. 'Cause love lasts forever.
How good was that? How good was that? Kim, have you ever had the Strictly call?
Never asked me.
If you were asked, who would you like to dance with?
Definitely you.
Hey, all.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
BBC Radio 2.
Just finding the guest for tomorrow, Alexander Burke on with Chris, The Feeling, and cast members from the hit musical Everybody's Talking About Jamie. That's tomorrow with Chris, starting at 6:30. Now, Jake Shears was in the Radio 2 piano room for Ken Bruce yesterday morning. You can watch that performance online along with exclusive sets from Tony Hadley, Joan Armatrading and Callum Scott. They're all available right now on the BBC Music YouTube channel. And from Jake's Radio 2 piano room set, here's the Scissor Sisters classic, I Don't Feel Like Dancing, all nice and slowed down.
Wake up in the morning with a head like what you done. This used to be the life, but I don't need another one. You like cutting up and carrying on. You wear them gowns. So how come I feel so lonely when you're up getting down? So I'll play along when I hear that special sound. I'm gonna be the one who gets it right. You better move when you're swinging round the room. Looks like magic's only yours tonight. No, I don't feel like dancing when the old Joanna plays. My heart could take a chance. My 2 feet can't find a way. You'd think that I could muster up a little soft shoe, gentle sway. But I don't feel like dancing, no son, no dancing today. I don't feel like dancing. Even if I find nothing better to do, I don't feel like dancing. Why just pick a tune when I'm not in the mood? I don't feel like dancing. I'd rather be home with the one in the bed to down with you. Cities come and cities go, just like the old empires. All you do is change your clothes and call that versatile. Got so many colors, make a blind man so confused. Why can't I keep up when you're the only thing I lose? So I'll just pretend that I know which way to bend. I'm gonna tell the whole world that you're mine. Please understand when I see you clap your hands. If you stick around, I'm sure that I'll be fine. No, I don't feel like dancing when the old Joanna plays. My heart could take a chance. My 2 feet can't find a way. You'd think that I could muster up a little soft shoe, gentle sway. But I don't feel like dancing, no son, no dancing today. I don't feel like dancing. Even if I find nothing better to do, I don't feel like dancing. I just pick a tune when I'm not in the mood. I don't feel like dancing. Rather be home with the one in the bed to down with you.
Oh, that's genius. Jake Shears live with Ken. Excellent.
BBC Radio 2.
Now, here's the Bobster.
Steve, thank you. First of all, to the M1, southbound 45 to 44, down towards Rothwell from Temple Newsom. Now, we had an accident there. They have reopened all the lanes, but it is still very heavy. Also, on the M1 heading north, right at the moment, 26 to 27, up towards Hucknall. Swedish Blue is behind a rolling roadblock. I don't know the reason for it as yet, but if you're heading between those two junctions, we do have very, very slow rolling traffic at the moment. Hopefully, I'll have more for you, but at the moment, all I know, there's a problem. Don't know the cause as yet. Also, above you on the northbound side, 28 to 29 at Chesterfield, if you're heading northbound on the M1, there's a breakdown. They may be connected, I am not sure. Might be two separate incidents. The M62 eastbound, 22 to 23 at Huddersfield, following that earlier accident and closure. Still one lane shut towards Huddersfield, so still big queues back towards 20. M6 is a struggle both ways, but especially southbound, 19 to 18 at Holmes Chapel, following the earlier accident. Northbound is heavy though too, but there was a breakdown on the northbound side, which is gone. M6 both ways, 10A, the M54 to 10 at Walsall. Slow in both directions. There was a breakdown both northbound and southbound. They've been cleared off the carriageway, but it's still slow. And the M5 northbound, 5 to 4A, up towards the M42. They were holding the traffic because of an accident. There is one lane open. Now, I'm just waiting for more information, but at the moment, some traffic is getting through, but I'm waiting for an update from police. The M25, clockwise queues 9 Leatherhead, 16 for the M40 is slow. Also, at 22 St Albans, we've got a clockwise bump. One lane is shut. Anti-clockwise, we had a breakdown towards 23 for the A1M. That's now gone, but the anti-clockwise queues are still heavy. 16 to 11 Chertsey. And then if you're heading between 6 and 5, that accident towards the M26 past Clackett Lane, services are still there. One lane is shut. And queues to the Dartford Tunnel still from 4 from Orpington. M2 eastbound at 3 for Chatham. You still cannot get onto the A229 because of the vehicle fire. M20 eastbound, 3 to 4 at Snodland. Accident still there. One lane is blocked. And finally, Cornwall, Helston, the A394 closed completely with this vehicle fire between Helston's Old Cattle Market and the turn off for Leeds Town. Back with another one, half an hour.
Oh, okay, thank you. Where was that?
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
We're going flying soon.
Yeah. Nah. Asked you once, asked you twice now. There's lipstick on your collar. You say she's just a friend now. Then why don't we call her? So you wanna go on with someone to do all the things you used to do to me? I swear I know you do. You used to take me out in your fancy car and make out in the rain. And when I ring you up, don't know where you are till I hear her say your name. Used to sing along when you play guitar, that's a distant memory. Hope she treats you better than you treated me. I'm onto you. Why did I bother? Tell me how many more times does it take to get smarter? Don't need to deny the hurt and the lies and all of the things you did to me. I swear I know you did. Now you take her out in your fancy car and make out in the rain. And when she rings you up, she know where you are, but I know differently. Now she sings along when you play guitar, making brand new memories. Hope you treat her better than you treated me. I'm onto you. Take her out in your fancy car and make out in the rain. And when she rings you up, she know where you are, but I know differently. Now she sings along when you play guitar.
you treat her better than you treated me. I'm onto you.
We got a return visit here from our good friend Arthur Williams, and a round of applause for Arthur. How are you?
Very good, thanks, Steve.
Excellent.
Thanks for having me back.
Well, it's our pleasure. Flying across Britain with Arthur Williams is what we're going to talk about. Arthur is a former Royal Marine who's now one of our most popular TV presenters after being part of Channel 4's presenting team at the London 2012 Paralympic Games. Arthur travelled the world when he was a Marine, but he was paralysed from the waist down in a serious car crash at the age of 21. But it didn't stop him from realising a lifelong ambition to fly. Arthur holds one of the UK's 50,000 pilot licences and owns a tiny little yellow 1943 single-seater aeroplane. Oh, I'm so envious! So describe the plane, because we obviously haven't seen it yet because the show's not on yet. And with your disability, how do you get in and out?
Yeah, sure. So the aircraft is, it's a classic. For anybody that loves vintage cars, they'll appreciate this aeroplane. It's a single-engine, high-wing aircraft, the Piper Cub. So the pilot sits typically in the rear seat. I sit in the front because of the nature of the controls, which I'll explain in a second.
Okay.
But she's great. She cruises along at 70. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you have to.
Has she got a name?
Echo Yankee. It's not really very romantic name.
That's okay.
She cruises along at 75 miles an hour, and she's just great. It's brilliant. I just love flying it. But like you said, the nature of the controls, for me, it's one of a kind in the world. I'm not aware of any other aircraft of that type that have been modified in such a way. So I can't use my legs. When we fly, we use our legs typically to control the aircraft's rudder pedals,
right,
which keep the aircraft balanced in turns and things. So what I had done was the rudder pedals in the front seat removed, and we put kind of a hand control or hand tiller on the left-hand side, which means that I can operate the rudders completely fully and free without any sort of problems whatsoever. So when I get into that aircraft, and of course it wouldn't be signed off unless this was the case, you have complete control of that aeroplane in the same way as an able-bodied pilot does.
I love aircraft, but I really don't know what I'm talking about. So when I say this, bear in mind that I've just heard people say this. How does she handle?
Oh, she's amazing. I have to be careful here, don't I?
How sensitive is she?
She's not too sensitive. Of course, it all depends on how fast you're going. But when I was learning to fly, one of the instructors said, because you have a tendency to grip the control stick or yoke and white knuckle it because you're trying to over control it. And one of my instructors said, Arthur, just relax. The aeroplane knows how to fly better than you do. It's just a joy. There's a thing they say, it's only just fast enough to kill you. But it's just brilliant. It flies really well. Yeah, all of the side opens. So you've got a windshield or a windscreen and then the high wing above, but all of the doors that are on the left-hand side open up. I always fly with them open because it's just so much more fun. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Them open?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Honestly, you experience it, Stephen, you know what I'm talking about.
You like?
This is such a daft question, but I've never understood. How does it work with sort of air traffic control, and how do you know you're not going to crash or get in the way of a big aircraft?
There's loads of different airspace classifications in the United Kingdom, and they go from Class A, which is kind of the big stuff all around Heathrow, right down to Class G airspace, which is what I fly in as a private pilot. And if you like, so the major airports have this Class A through to Class D airspace where it is controlled, and you need very specific air traffic control and permissions to fly within that.
And to put you at different heights.
Absolutely, yeah. So you start at a relatively small radius around an airport, and then that will step up the higher you go as the airliners sort of ascend into the sky and then join the airways, which are the motorways, which take you on holiday and stuff. All of the airspace around that is uncontrolled Class G airspace. Well, it's not all Class G, but the majority is. And you have really the freedom to be able to fly where and how you like.
That's interesting. How much airspace is there compared to the big airliners, let's say going across the Atlantic, are on effectively roads in the sky, aren't they?
That's absolutely right.
So
yes.
now you've got airspace around those roads. And how many roads would fit into that airspace? Would it be hundreds? I mean, is there plenty of airspace either side of the routes?
Really, within controlled airspace, a pilot has the ability to fly which route he deems the most efficient and safest, obviously. So they're not an exact series of loops through the sky that every single aeroplane flies through. So if you take like an airway, for example, it might be, I think, 10 kilometres wide or whatever, and they are big swathes of controlled airspace at high altitude that once the aircraft's got up from its departure airport, it uses that to then fly en route to different continents around the world.
That was really nice explained. Thank you for that.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
When we come back, we'll talk about what you're doing in this programme, where you go, and what adventures you had. We're with Arthur Williams. Flying Across Britain with Arthur Williams is the show. It's going to be on Sunday, 7 p.m. on Channel 4, and we're back in just a moment. Don't go away. Is a former Royal Marine who's now one of our most popular TV presenters, and to that end he's doing this thing, Flying Across Britain with Arthur Williams at 7 p.m. this Sunday, Channel 4. Where do you start?
Episode 1 sees me go to Wiltshire, Devon, Dorset and Gloucestershire, so it's kind of my neck of the woods, really. We go to a beautiful little airstrip called Compton Abbas, which is just stunning. You wait until you see the series, it's absolutely idyllic. I try my hand at landing on a dummy aircraft carrier deck.
You said you'd try your hand. Does that mean it didn't quite come off? Or
So, before the guys during the war landed on the aircraft carriers, obviously they had to hone the skills. So you have a full-length runway at this place called Hendrestridge, but within it there is now a sort of rougher patch of asphalt, which is the length of an aircraft carrier's deck. And I tried to land on it, and unfortunately for me, I landed short and overshot. So I'd have been in the drink. I wouldn't have made it.
So what happened? Did you have to take off again?
No, because you've got loads of space, because it's a full runway. The dummy deck only makes up a portion of that runway.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I just landed short and then ran over.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to land on an aircraft carrier, though.
No, I can tell. All right, so what do you do when you get to these places?
We explore loads of different aviation-related stories. So at Compton Abbas, I go flying with a female aerobatic champion, and she gives me a spin, quite literally. We speak to an ex-city trader who's now designing a jet suit. So he's got these enormous jets strapped to his arms.
What do you mean, like an Iron Man type of thing?
Exactly that. Yeah, exactly
Seriously?
that. Seriously.
Does it work?
Yeah,
Did you ever go?
No.
Is it still to be perfected?
Yes, there's a work in progress, I think. But we were surprised. We were amazed, actually, at how effective it was. I mean, these things have got some serious power.
How high do they go?
He seems to think that he can get up to, as high as he likes, really. But I think he was kind of hovering across the ground at maybe 5 or 10 metres.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. Oh, man, do they make some noise,
Well,
though.
I mean, that would be great getting in and out of work, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I can see you coming down Harley Street.
Would it be quicker than the Central line?
But on a serious note, do you think this series is going to encourage more people to, I don't know, try and get a pilot's license?
I desperately hope so.
Do you think so?
I desperately hope so, because it's where all of our future airline pilots come from. They all learn in gliders and light aircraft in the first place.
And is it a growing sort of industry?
I couldn't say. I don't know if it's growing or not at the moment. But
There is a shortage of air pilots, though.
Yeah, and they've got to learn to fly somewhere. But I do know that the number of airfields that we have across the country are being cut down all the time because of housing developments and things like this. And without meaning to get too political, it's becoming a bit of an issue, really. And of course, many of the larger airports are also trying to increase the amount of airspace that they've got, which is shoehorning all of the lighter operations, who in their eyes is deemed as not as important, and we're being squashed, and it can't continue.
How long does it take to get a pilot's license? How many hours?
So I qualified in, what was it? I think it was about 52 hours. But at the moment, you can do the lowest qualification that you can take, which my brother's just soloed at, actually, last week, called a LAPL, which is a light aircraft pilot's license. The minimum qualifying criteria for that is 25 hours of flight instruction, not including ground school and things.
And you've had to fly what, a Cherokee or,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. PA-28 Warrior, Cherokee, Cessnas and things like that.
It's not bad, is it? It's expensive?
It's reasonably expensive. But, I mean, if you have a look at the cost of sort of typical family cars on the road, it's not that much. I mean, I paid less for my aircraft than you would do a 3 or 5 Series BMW.
Wow. I can't wait to see it.
I know I presented it, but I can't either. It really is good fun.
Beyond the aircraft, there's a world of espionage. That is the most claustrophobic space. And pioneering daredevils.
Don't like it. Too late now, matey.
I want to make the landings.
Nailed that sucker.
Find the planes. And meet the people who share my love of flying.
In episode 1, just to recap, on Channel 4 this Sunday, 7 p.m, he flies across Gloucestershire, Wiltshire, Dorset and Somerset, visiting the beautiful airfield in Compton Abbas, and meets a Londoner who bought a Dorset airstrip, a Cotswold man who makes wooden propellers, and that ex-city trader who's developing an Iron Man jet-powered suit. In episode 2, Arthur visits London and the South East. Episode 3 is West Scotland. Finally, in episode 4, Arthur visits the Eastern Counties. Good to see you again. We'll be watching because it's a great idea for a show as well, and have you do it. You can see the first episode of Flying Across Britain with Arthur Williams, 7 p.m, Sunday, Channel 4. Arthur Williams, everybody! Thank you, Arthur.
Thank you,
Pleasure.
You should look at your reflection if you wanna see your light. You're heading in the right direction if you wanna pick a side. Well, give me more perfection if you wanna see me cry. If you wanna love somebody, if you wanna love somebody, I'm your guy. I'm your guy. You should get your car started if you wanna be apart. Go to the Californian party if you wanna start. Or flick back through your memories if you want a broken heart. Or if you wanna love somebody, Georgia. If you wanna just pretend, you gotta make your kiss a little colder. If it's ever gonna end, lay your head upon my shoulder. If you just need a friend, or if you wanna love somebody, or if you wanna love somebody, or if you wanna love somebody, I'm yours.
Oh yeah, Tom O'Dell, if you want to love somebody. In news from the net, Quincy Jones documentary coming to Netflix. HuffPo.com says X Factor introduces Britain's Got Talent style golden buzzer for the 6-chair challenge. DailyMail.co.uk says Kirstie Alley to join Celebrity Big Brother. Really? This music has me dancing around my kitchen. Just give me a short break so I can get the chicken in the oven, would you? That's from Barbara. Okay, see what we can do. Steve, loving the show. Can I get a shout out for my mate Lee, who's harvesting in Berwick-upon-Tweed? Cheers from Caledonian Pete. Thank you, Caledonian.
We love to boogie. We love to boogie. Jitterbug boogie. Bowling Billy boogie. We love to boogie on a Saturday night. Belinda Mayfinder's got a Cadillac bone. Jamie lost a cherry walking all the way home. The passion of the earth blasted his mind. Now his neat sweet ready for the moon-based grind. We love to boogie. We love to boogie on a Saturday night. I said we love to boogie. We love to boogie. High school boogie. Jitterbug boogie. We love to boogie on a Saturday night. With a tail feathers high, Jitterbug left and smiled to the sky. Wear your black velvet cape and your stovepipe hat. Bebop, baby, the dance is where it at. I love to boogie. Yes, I love to boogie on a Saturday night. I said I love to boogie. I love to boogie. Jitterbug boogie. I love to boogie. I love to boogie on a Saturday night. I love to boogie. I love to boogie. I love to boogie. I love to boogie. I love to boogie on a Saturday night. Wow, I love to boogie. I love to boogie.
Back on BBC Radio 2.
Yes, I'm back with more essential R&B.
Will Young.
I have a whole hour of non-stop contemporary R&B for you. Hello, thanks for joining me. Coming up, another personal selection, including music from Usher and Tony Braxton, plus Gabrielle, Mace, and many more.
In the place to be. It's about that time.
And as ever, there'll be some tracks you do know and a few you might not know. But one thing they all have in common is that they are all essential R&B.
Will Young's Essential R&B. Tuesday night from 9.
Here on BBC Radio 2.
And now here is the Bobster.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, to the M1 southbound, 45 to 44. All lanes are open down towards Rothwell following that earlier accident, but still slow. M1 northbound, 26 to 27. There was a rolling roadblock to move an accident. Thank you for your calls. It looks like all but one lane open now, so northbound is still very heavy though. M62 eastbound, 22 to 23 at Huddersfield. That earlier accident, all lanes are open. Still queuing back to 20 at Rochdale though, so it's still a big queue. A14 westbound, 24 to 23. there's a breakdown between God Manchester and the Spittals interchange. The queues are already back to 27 at Fenstanton, taking almost an hour. Thank you for your updates, by the way. And then to the M5 northbound, the accident between 5 and 4A, the M42, still one lane shut with a big 3-mile queue behind it. And the M25, if you're anti-clockwise, we've got this big queue. If you're heading into the Dartford Tunnel, it's queuing from 4 from Orpington following an earlier accident. And then to the M2 eastbound at Junction 3 for Chatham, there are queues following an earlier bump and car fire. Back with another one with Joe and Ricky in half an hour.
You got it. Thank you, Bobby.
I don't wanna waste it. You give me a taste of who you are. Who you are. You should leave your lights on, 'cause I can be a love song that feeds your heart. That feeds your heart. All I need is an open door, and you'll hold open once you're sure for me. If I can make you mine, if I can make you mine, I would make us shine, shine, shine forever. If I could be your feather, I would find a way to fall into your heart. And I would make you mine, and I would make us shine, I would make us shine, shine, shine forever. I wanna hear your heartbeat, I wanna have it closer, you're with me, next to me. Just spare a little time, I wanna show you what it's like to be with me, be with me. All I need is an open door, then you'll hold open once you're sure for me. If I can make you mine, if I can make you mine, I would make us shine, shine, shine forever. If I can make you mine, if I can make you mine, I would make us shine, shine, shine forever. If I could be your feather, I would find a way to fall into your heart. And I would make you mine, and I would make us shine, I would make us shine, shine, shine forever. And I'll keep holding on, and know that you're the one. I will be patient till I'm in your arms. And all you need is time, and know we'll be alright. Somehow I'll be just fine.
Shine, Gabrielle. First Aid Kit with Joe and Ricky. We return tomorrow with Alistair McGowan and Serious Jockin at 4:15. That's with no G. Good evening.